Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the University Autónoma of Barcelona. Welcome to the Wikimedia Hackathon in Barcelona, in the University Autónoma of Barcelona. It's a pleasure for me to welcome you to this place to celebrate this important event. Let me introduce myself. I am Daniel Franco, Dean of School of Engineering from this university, where you will be developing these days all your ideas. And we are now opening the Wikimedia Hackathon. I will introduce you the people who is with me in the table. We have to my left Rachel Farran from Wikimedia Foundation. To my right, Laia Benito from Amical Wikimedia. And here to my side, Marius Martinez, Vice Rector for International Affairs from this university. As I said at the beginning, it's a pleasure for us to have you here because we recognize the importance of Wikimedia and Wikipedia approach, the developments, the idea behind the open knowledge, open science, voluntary to share, to perform all this information. Also, from my point of view, I think that it's very impressive, the technology behind the development. The technology is in Wikimedia. I am aware that it's very pushing forward the IT technology itself, and this is a very important point. Also, I want to mention the collaboration between Wikimedia and the University Autónoma of Barcelona in two fields. It's important for us from the technology point of view that some of our students have been collaborating this year in the activities. There are some final projects being developed in this area. Also, that we have been offering some training to our students, so they are engaged with this event, and there will be some participation during tomorrow and the day after. On the other hand, also, I want to mention digital humanities. There is a project in this university about joining two different fields, humanities on one hand and technology on the other. And Wikimedia is a good example of that. So to finish, I only want to mention that I suppose you were willing to code all these days, and I wish you a fruitful, successful event. Thank you very much. And now it's time to Rachel Farran, please.
Hello, I'm Rachel Farran. I work for the Wikimedia Foundation. We will have a lot of information for you about the hackathon in the program after this opening. I just want to start by saying thank you so much to the University of Barcelona. They have been working with us for more than a year, really hard with many of their faculty to make this a really nice event for you. And also, very, very importantly, Amical Wikimedia, a team full of volunteers making this event perfect for you. Everyone, yeah. It's important to recognize that everybody organizing this event is doing it in their spare time. And this is something that's very special that we haven't seen before at a hackathon. So it's during the course of the weekend, make sure to find people from the university and from Amical. Think of something that you appreciate about this event and thank them in person, because as a volunteer, this is a huge amount of work to do on your spare time, on the weekends, at night when you're busy. So let's one more round of applause for the university and Amical. Just to welcome, and we do this later. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now it's time for Laia Benito, please.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I will repeat the great thanks that Rachel has done, and thanks to Rachel because she has been of really, really, really help. We couldn't have done without her, so thanks, Rachel. And I hope you have a very, very, very productive 3 days, because remember, we are here to work, and we are here together to encourage the project of the movement that we believe in. So have a nice trip, enjoy yourself, socialize, but also we want to see a lot of work. And I remember the closing event that is the showcase will take place here, so we will show each other what we have achieved in during these 3 days. Now I'm going to review a little bit of logistics, but if anything is not clear, because I usually speak really fast, I think now I'm trying to do an effort, but if not, just pick me after the event and I will explain you personally. So sorry if I'm trying to speak really slow for my usual speed. So, yes. So,
one more welcome, and then we start the slides.
Okay.
So,
Okay, please, Marius.
yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much. Good morning to everyone. Welcome to the Autonomous University of Barcelona. Welcome to Barcelona and welcome to Catalonia. It's a pleasure for us. It's a pleasure for us, as I was saying, hosting such an event, the most important wiki technical event worldwide. That impresses me too much. I must admit, I'm very impressed on the work you are doing, so I would like to congratulate you for the work you are doing currently. Okay, you are at the Autonomous University of Barcelona. We are celebrating our 50th anniversary, and who could ask for more to host a worldwide event like this in our 50th anniversary? Because 50 years is not that much, but it's quite a long journey until now. So we are very proud to host this event here, because also I've been looking at your code of conduct, for example, and I appreciate very much those values linked with participation, with respect, with no discrimination, with a welcoming attitude, and sharing knowledge. Who could ask for more also because of that? We share all these values. These are values from this university as well. So we are also happy for that. We are happy having here more than 240 participants worldwide from more than 48 countries who have come here to develop, to talk, to share knowledge as well, in which also 20% are women. And I would like to underline this fact, because it's not enough, but it's quite a lot. We do not have this percentage of women in our technical careers, unfortunately. So this community you belong to shows that there's a lot of work to be done, but still there's a lot of work already being done. I would like to thank, of course, the Wikimedia Foundation, of course, the Amical Wikimedia UAB, but also the School of Engineering, and I would like to thank the Dean for their effort also, and our strategic research community in digital humanities, because I know that they have been working hard to collaborate, to promote, and make possible this event here. And from my side, not many more things. So welcome to this university, feel like at home, work hard, enjoy the Mediterranean. You are in a Mediterranean. You have to take that into account as well. So work, but also enjoy. The weather, unfortunately, is not going to be what we would like to, but it's quite okay. Yes, and when you will see the food and you will see other things, that will balance pretty well that. So enjoy, work hard, and feel like at home, and a great success for this event. Thank you very much.
So now we start the slides. So we say one more thank you to the University of Barcelona. Let's. Thank you.
You pass a slide better, I think. Yes. I don't know. I don't know. No idea. Okay.
Okay, so you just wait. What do you want to do?
Okay. Okay. So I won't repeat the welcome words because they are repetitive. So I will start talking about a bit the logistics of the event. First of things, I will talk about the buses and the two venues. Sorry, now? Yes? Okay. As I said before, here we will celebrate the opening and the showcase final, but the whole event will take place in engineering faculty. There will be a continuous service of bus. I know there has been issues with the driver. I hope they are already solved and he has learned the route, so don't worry. And there will be a continuous route between the two hotels and the two faculties from 8 a.m. until midnight. The 3 days, so you can go whenever you want to the faculty, to your room, or to have a walk. And for those people who prefer to work at night, there will be the event will be open 24 hours, and there will be 3 buses at 2, at 4, and at 6 in the AM. So you cannot go walking in the middle in the forest in the night, so don't worry, so there will be a bus. There will be also continuous service of food at certain times and drinking, because we know that some people prefer to go at night, and this is a welcome event of 24 hours long. Also, this is a thing I will insist later, but we know that some people are celebrating Ramadan now, or perhaps they are observing it. We know that when people are in travel, they must not accommodate to follow the rules of strict behavior related to food. But in case some people of you are observing Ramadan, don't worry, because there will be food at night, especially prepared for you, and non-alcoholic drinks if people allow so. So don't worry, because we have taken this in account. Related to food, the main meals will be at 1 o'clock and at 8 o'clock, and you can take your meals with the dishes and go wherever you want to work with them. And after this, there will be some sandwich time that there will be announced, like food. So you can just run and grab some sandwiches and steal them from your neighborhoods and go back to coding. I think besides the main programs, you will have also some social events that they are already in the wiki. You can join whenever you want. And for any further questions about this kind of movement around faculties, buses, logistics times, or I am hungry, what I'm doing, please find me. And I will talk now about the people of volunteers and about the colors of the bands. The people will be identified with a handkerchief or a band in the arms of 4 different colors. The red color, that I explained later before, is for emergencies. Or for me, because I will be around everyone, so if you just need everything, just call us. The Friend Space Policy people, they will be always wearing red. So if you are in an uncomfortable situation, or you see some situation that you don't like, just pick these people and they will know what to do, because we really, really want to all the people to feel included, to feel welcome, and to work safe and comfortable. So any doubt you feel not welcome, harassed, shy, whatever, just pick, and the red people will go to help. The bands of the rest of the people are yellow for the locals. So if you are asking whatever, for example, what this dish contains, I can eat this or this kind of thing. So the yellow people, they are local and they know how to move around, hopefully. If not, they will ask me, so they will know the directions. And there will be 2 other colors, green for mentorship and white for newcomers, because they are starting and that's the white page in their mind and open to experience of Wikimedia. The volunteer is part-time, so people will wearing on and off bands. So for example, if you are a newcomer and you wear a white band and you feel, okay, I want to be alone for now, so please let me alone, you just take your band off and people know. If you need some help or you feel shy or nobody's talking to you, you just put the band and somebody will just what's happening with you? Do you need help? The same for mentorship. If you feel tired of mentoring and one time on your own, just take the bands on and off. There will also be some mentoring teams, more specialized, and volunteer teams that had Rachel organized, and she will explain. But just to know, these visual aids. It is more or less clear for the people, yes? If not, ask me again. And I think the last question I would like to underline is the emergency. There are 3 ways to solve emergency. Of course, the first one is 112, the international code. So if a real emergency, you can call. But we prefer to use the people with the red band or the local phone, the panic phone that is on the wiki and on the mails you have received. Remember, it's only emergency, so don't talk there to explain problems like hotels, buses, this kind of stuff that can deal with the yellow people. So the red band people can deal with real problems. Yes, is everything clear? For me, that's enough. Now Rachel will explain more or less the program. I want to repeat just that very welcome, and I hope everything is okay for you. If not, we have tried our best. As Rachel said, it's our first time organizing this huge event, and we are all volunteers because we believe in amicable way of doing things, that people, if you don't believe this and you don't want to commit your free time, it's not worth it to organize something. So like in Wikipedia is volunteer editing, most of tasks of Amical are also volunteers. So we also hope that the result is okay for you. If anything goes wrong, just complain to me, please. Thank you.
Let's thank Laia. The amount, is this working? Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah. The amount of work that Laia and Amical have done over the last year is just astounding. And as I said before, they're all volunteers. So just remember that throughout the event. So as the dean of the engineering school said, you're in the Mediterranean and this is Catalonia. And so what the dean said 15 minutes ago is when something on the schedule says 10 a.m., that means it does not start before 10 a.m. This is just getting used to the culture of the place that we are in. So please, I think it might be also difficult for people coming from North America who have dinner at 5 in the afternoon. No. We have dinner later, we start later, everything starts later. So please be starting to get acclimatized to this new ideas. We say thank you and welcome to the hackathon. So the next slide is about the mentoring program. So this year we have a lot of newcomers. We have more than 50 people who identify as newcomer in the registration survey. So that's pretty special. Let's welcome them all. I want to give a huge amount of thanks to all the people that helped in the mentoring program before I talk about it. So in advance, Chris and Shrishti from the technical collaboration team put a lot of effort into organizing the program. And then Aaron and Sonia are helping us to run the program here. And Nick and Laia put so much effort into thinking about how to welcome the newcomers. So the mentoring program is basically, for some people, it will be about mentoring. You have a one-on-one mentor. For other people, it's about trainings. You'll get to learn about a certain project on Wikimedia or learn a specific skill set. For other people, it's just about attending sessions and learning about what the people around you are doing. This year, what we're doing with the mentoring program is making it very flexible. So as Laia mentioned, with the colorful bands that you'll wear, the mentors will be wearing their green bands when they're open for mentoring. That means anyone wearing a green band is here to help. You approach them, you ask them questions, they have something for you to do. And everyone who's wearing a white band on their arm, that means they're identifying themselves as being new. They want you to talk to them, they want you to approach them, they want you to tell them about your project. So after this session, we move to the engineering school. This is the auditorium that's big enough to hold everyone at the hackathon. But we have the whole engineering school for our hackathon over the weekend. On Friday, we have some students with us in the university. So not everybody that you see will be from the hackathon. But on Saturday and Sunday, no one else will be there except for us. The program has all of the rooms that we can use, but you can spread out along the hallways to use them as you like. So we have one more thing about the mentoring program is the first 2 sessions of the day are for the mentoring program to get everybody oriented. So the mentors go to one room and they talk about how to mentor, and they talk about making posters that the newcomers can read and learn about the projects. And at the same time, the newcomers will be getting an overview of the Wikimedia technical spaces. There's also a separate session in Catalan for those of you that prefer to learn about it in your native language. And then after those 2 separate sessions, everybody comes together in the mentoring program to get matched and learn about projects. And every morning at 11 a.m., this is the beginning of the morning, we have a session. If you don't know what to do that day, you can come to the session and we'll introduce you to people. The next point is the volunteering program. So we have, during registration, everybody had the opportunity to sign up for volunteering program. We have more than 100 people here volunteering to make this event better for you. So yeah, let's clap for them. Yeah, so we have a photography program. So about 50 people signed up to volunteer to take photos at this event, put them on Commons, and people at the engineering school, if you don't like photos, you can get a new lanyard for your name badge that will be red, and it will show that you don't want photos taken. And we will have like hundreds of photos on Commons for this event. We have a blogging program. Last year in Vienna, we had 25 blogs written about the event by participants themselves. They're up on the 2017 hackathon page in case you want to go back and read through them. And here, a lot of people have volunteered for this program. We have a new program, which is hosting, run by Kim Jill. And it's basically like a socially approaching people who are new. So this is not about technical skills. If you're a host here at this event, you just approach people during meals and social events and make sure they can be introduced to other people. Nick is running the documentation, so make sure to document your programs and projects, and Nick will help with this. We have technical help, so if you need some technical help, Shrishti has a list of people who can help you. If you're looking for a specific skill set, talk to her. And then we have general help, so everyone who volunteered for the volunteering program, they're helping organizers and they're helping with a lot. And before I continue, anybody who is giving a quick talk about the pre-hackathons, or Amir who's talking about the friendly space policy, it would be helpful if you can come over to the side here just so you're ready to speak. So a quick note about the program and scheduling. In case you don't know, this is an unconference, which means that every participant of this event can schedule sessions whenever they like and however they like. There's some guidelines on how to schedule on the wiki, but if you want to organize a session here, you can. And it's important to note that most of the work that is done here is hacking and on computers, so most people will not be in sessions, so the sessions will usually be pretty small. Don't feel any pressure to go to the sessions unless you're very interested in it. Otherwise, people will just be working. And then Brendan is able to video record sessions. So there's one room, Sessions Principales. This is going to be having video recording for everyone who wants it in that room. But if you have a session in a separate room and you would like video recording, you can talk to me or Brendan, who's here in the front row, and we can try to organize this for you. So especially if you're doing a training and you think other people in the Wikimedia world can benefit from this, we can put it on Commons and we can put it on YouTube and a lot of people can watch, and you can have a much larger impact than you just have here at this event with 250 people. Oops, I always go the wrong way. Okay, before the end of the event, we will send a survey for you to fill out with feedback about this event. Every single year, we change the event from the previous year based on the things that you tell us. The Wikimedia Hackathon has more participants, a higher percentage filling out the feedback survey than the most other conferences that I know of in the Wikimedia movement, at least ones that I see the data for. So that means that the people here really care about giving feedback, and we read it really carefully every year. We write a summary publicly of what people liked, what people didn't like, and what to change every year. You can go to previous hackathon pages and read the summaries of the previous events, and we actually make changes. So this is just one reminder to fill the survey out because we want to change and make this event more valuable for you. Next, we have Amir to talk about the friendly space policy.
Hello, can you hear me? Yes. Okay, so let's start. First of all, I'm Amir. I'm member of Code of Conduct Committee. And today I'm going to talk about friendly space policy and Code of Conduct. So I don't know if you know about them, but there are things that are covered and it's important for us to be following them. And they are really large and there are lots of them. It's sometimes hard to read, so I'm kind of want to give you the gist of it. And it's like, be nice. And and on the other hand, I want to give you what type of reports that we receive about this Code of Conduct violations. It's around 3 types. First of all is that some people are pure racist, say racist things, sexist things, homophobic things. I hope that you're not racist, so this is something else. But the second part is that when people get angry, they and say things that they should not say. So remember that, please, in the discussions, please criticize ideas, not people. This is very important. And the third type of cases that we report is about sexual harassment, and which happens in the events way more than other places. So I want to remind you, if someone is nice to you, it doesn't mean that they want to sleep with you. So keep that in mind, please. First of all, and if you see violations, and if you see something that's happening and the person doesn't want to report, please say something. It's important that we keep these events safe and welcome for everyone. So I want you to highlight people who are member of Code of Conduct policy, Code of Conduct committee or friendly space policy team. Please, if you're a member of this committee, please stand up. Okay, I'm going to name you. Rachel, you know Rachel. Nick, Nuria, and Tony, and Kim. So, Florian, yeah. So, if you see some, Caroline. So, if you see something, please contact me or anyone in here. And also you can send, or you can contact them, or you can send an email to techconduct@wikimedia.org, or send an email to one of us and we will forward it to the committee. And yeah, and please be nice to each other, and that's all.
Thank you. So just follow up on the friendly space policy. I think Tony is also here. I think, are you here, Tony? Yeah, here. We didn't mention him. And then also Lucy is not here yet, but she's also part of the Friendly Space Committee. You can recognize everyone on the Friendly Space Committee with also the red band. So emergencies or friendly space violations, if someone has a red bandana on, you can notice them. Next, we have Tony talking about the pre-hackathons that happened before this event.
Good morning, everyone. Let me see. Good morning. So I'm going to talk about the pre-hackathons. As many of you already know, this concept was something that was, I think, first time invented because I kind of the idea in the Vienna hackathon last year. As far as I remember, they held different pre-events in different cities, not only in Vienna, but I think it was in Prague, in Greece, etc. So I was there. I thought, oh, that's a very nice idea, because you are engaging people from other communities, even also local communities, not necessarily Wikimedian ones, technical ones. I think, okay, so next year in Barcelona, we will try to do the same. So because in the end, the main idea I was trying to transfer to say all people is that we are very happy having you all here, but at the same time, we don't want this to be only a parachuting event, something that happens here. So we have a big event happening here, and then nothing happened. No? So we want that all your knowledge or your experience can give there must be a trace, something, so a seed that can help to get more developers, to get more technical people in the different communities, and then contribute back to the global project. So after this kind of introduction, we are going to start to mention all the different ones. So the first pre-hackathon we had was in Olot, and then we have Amir that will explain what we did there. Maybe.
Yes.
Hi. And okay. Hi. My name is Amir. I'm the language strategist in the Wikimedia Foundation. And I visited the beautiful, little but beautiful event in Olot. It was in Louder. Hi. The event in Olot. Olot is a town to the northwest from Catalonia, from Barcelona. Yeah. Yeah, beautiful place. And yeah, so what we worked on there, we worked mainly on internationalization issues. Internationalization, also known as, for short, I-18N. That's adapting software for different languages, making it work better with different languages, developing language tools. So some topics that we worked on there, there were people participating from the Apertium project, which is an open source machine translation project. So we worked on plans for better collaboration between Wikimedia and Apertium. This is actually, so the plans that started there, there is now a Google Summer of Code project running for improving Apertium based on based on translations in Wikipedia, which is a beautiful thing. It started there, now it's actually working. We worked on a plan for better integration of the language tool software into Wikipedia. There were people from the language tool project. It's an open source tool for fixing grammar and style and spelling in a lot of different languages. In our own Fabricator, there's a board of internationalization bugs. It had more than 1,000 bugs that were untriaged, unsorted. So now it's down from something like, did I say 100? 1,000. There were more than 1,000 untriaged, unsorted bugs. It is now down from more than 1,000 untriaged to somewhere around 600, which was a nice progress. It started there. And finally, we were designing new ways to translate better. Currently, our translation tools there for translating whole articles. So we were working on designs for translating parts of articles, which is a very frequently requested feature. Pau Jenner, our designer, he's also there. So he worked. He was leading that project, working on better suggestion systems for translations and topics like that, mainly around internationalization. It was very nice that that event included people who are not only software developers, but also people who are linguists, people who are digital humanities experts. It was really a little but very beautiful event and a nice preparation for this one. Yeah, very nice, very diverse people like small event, but people from different countries and different fields. Some experienced Wikipedians, some are not. I always love this about Wikimedia hackathons, that they are welcoming to new people. And that's it. Thank you for organizing that.
Okay, we move on. We have more pre-hackathons. So something I didn't mention, apart from the pre-hackathons, we have some gatherings with local tech meetups. So as far as I remember, we had one with Bell local group in Barcelona. So we tried to introduce a bit, because I see people here. So, and then also with Python community, But later on, we had also one event specifically focused for Wikimedia and Catalan community. It was done actually in the CEO of the association in Casa Orlandai, Barcelona. It's actually a very nice building. Mike, oh, sorry, here. Here, okay, I got confused. I'm not used to having all this. How can I check? Hey, that's it, thank you. Yeah, so this is actually a very nice building. This is in Sarrià station, the FGC, the line that you took. It's a neighborhood that not many people know. It's a very wealthy neighborhood, and there are a lot of Art Nouveau buildings there. So that's the place where we had the pre-hackathon event. Was only a morning event. So what we tried to do is basically for local people that were already doing some bots, some other technical stuff, so they could together maybe put things into a Git repository, setting up a ToolForge server, ToolForge account, sorry, and that was it. Simply we spend the morning there. We're trying to do peer-to-peer learning with different people. It was a small event, but also very diverse. We had different people, and I think it was a good time. Yeah. Okay, so Montpellier.
Test.
Okay, hello. Hello. Last year in the hackathon in Vienna, I was asked by organizer of the event of this year if Wikimedia France wanted to organize a pre-hackathon in southern France. So last year during the Wiki convention, we had a meeting about what were the tech topics the French community wanted to work on, and so in April we had a meeting in Montpellier in southern France, to work on the updating the gadgets on the French Wikipedia. So around 10 people came, and over the weekend, after a crash course about state-of-the-art JavaScript for MediaWiki, we worked on improving the gadgets on the French Wikipedia, and around 12% of all the gadgets were updated. And after that, we had a long talk about how we can centralize the gadgets so that when we update a gadget, it profits to all the projects, and how we can internationalize them efficiently. And that's what we want to continue to work on. So if you want to work on centralization and internationalization of gadgets for the project during this weekend, just come to see me, please.
Okay, so that's me again. Sorry, yeah, it's finishing. So basically, as another pre-hackathon, we had one in the about this focus on open science at the PRVP. PRVP is a building you cannot see from here. I took the back perspective, but choice of photo. It's by the sea, so that's the place actually where I work. And my idea was trying to get people, or idea was trying to get people from the science environment, so they could be more familiar with all the different initiatives that are going on with Wikimedia. No? So we were lucky to have the collaboration from the Center for Genomic Regulation. It's actually the place I work, and also Foster Initiative. It's an open science initiative for fostering science research in Europe and so. So what we did is basically it was one-day event. It was not, let's say, comparison with Montpellier or what was 2 days, that we tried to get people from different environments. So mostly were people that were researchers, other people were project managers of scientific projects, a few coders as well, and we tried to go together to think the ways we could make a fruitful collaboration between Wikimedia and open science. No? So it was a very nice session. We tried to put notes about this on the wiki page. I recommend you some of the slides. And also in the end, not so much. So many other people try to learn more about Wikimedia, but in the end, we managed to get some things to do. I must admit, it was one thing about OABot and Wikisci. This OABot is an open access bot. So I didn't know about this, I must admit. So it's an initiative that tried to add to Wikipedia entries, so an open access articles, so people can freely go there. So there was a lot of interest, people working in bibliographic fields and all this to try to improve this. So it's something that, as you know, there is a track on Wikisci, so it would be something we would suggest to work with. And also there was another stuff that I think this is not so much coding, but I think it's also interesting. It's as open research maybe is getting more common. That's a positive thing. There is also the need of people in different centers or academia that might have a good profile, a good knowledge about how to curate data, how to follow the different procedures in order to make data open and all this. And I think this is a very important opportunity. So Wikimedia can say something about this. So, okay, so different researchers that produce different things, different data, so that eventually this can be linked to Wikidata and other resources we provide. No? So there was an idea to try to write down some recommendations about how this profile could be, and I think that's it.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I'm Miriam from research scientist at the Wikimedia Foundation, and I'm here to tell you about the amazing time we had at the Women Tech Storm, which was the Women Hackathon that was held last week, organized by Wikimedia Netherlands volunteer and staff at the Royal Library in The Hague in the Netherlands, a beautiful place. And actually this was part one of two-part hackathon. The second part is going to be in November. We had a lot of fun, so if you are around, please go to the second part. So the Women Tech Storm, the goal of the Women Tech Storm was basically to increase gender diversity in Wikimedia spaces and in tech spaces in general. So it was dedicated to women and non-binary folks. So who participated? So among the many applications that they got, the organizers selected 18 participants, half Wikimedians with possibly little experience in coding and heavy tech stuff, and half techies, very geeks with little experience in Wikimedia spaces. So the goal of the hackathon was basically for these two halves to blend and learn from each other. And for that, organizers also invited 8 mentors to help participants with this goal. Mentors are around there: Martin, Amir, I see Sam, etc. Yeah, we also had some special guests, the Wikimedia Goodness team, helping us with our projects. It was very great. They really supported us. So what happened is that it was a 2.5-day hackathon. The first half day, we had a social event, which was a game around the city of The Hague. We had a lot of fun, and this was one of the most serious pictures we could find. We had a lot of stroopwafel, which is something that happens a lot when Wikimedia Netherlands folks are around, apparently I learned. And also we did some serious stuff, so we had 5 workshops on Wikimedia technologies in general. So, for example, Sparkle or the GLAM tools. And in parallel, we divided participants into 5, say, theme-specific tables, hacking tables. So a table was about machine learning, another one about Python bot, etc. And participants would go to this table and hack a project on specific to the team. And as mentors, we were going around and helping participants. So the results, obviously, the goal of the hackathon was to help newcomers getting familiar with technologies. So someone was very happy, some newcomer to the Wikimedia spaces was very happy to create the first Wikidata items and to start adding occupations to cats who have jobs or something like that. Someone created their first Python bot and they were blocked by English Wikipedia, right? And then, well, we also did some computer vision stuff to match paintings for to link to Wikidata items. Also, in parallel to all this, we had a parallel challenge, all of us, because if you look at the Women Tech Storm logo, this is a cryptogram and there is a sentence hidden behind it. And so our task during the hackathon was also to decrypt this pictogram. Actually, who did it was one of the youngest participants after a few hours. And just to tell you, the sentence hidden behind the logo is this. Okay, and that's it for me.
The last slide isn't working, but what happens now is the open mic. So what we like to do is let everyone in the audience who wants to talk about what they are here to do or which type of help they need. So sometimes we have 10 people, sometimes we have 60 people. Nick is taking notes for us. So if you don't remember the name of somebody who gets on stage and says their project, you can check the notes, which will be on the wiki. Please, before you say what you're going to work on here, say your name clearly and maybe the project name so we can have it in the notes. So the way that we're going to do this logistically is people will line up here on the side. You have 1 minute, maximum of 2 minutes. If you get anywhere close to 2 minutes, we just end and go to the next person. So anybody who wants to say something for the open mic, talk about your session, your project, the help you need, please come over here and we'll start.
Hey folks, my name is Brian Davis and I work for the Wikimedia Foundation. I'm part of the Cloud Services team and we'll be around, there's several of us here today, we'll be around all weekend. Closer to the mic, hey look at that. All right, so we'll be around all weekend. Basically our job is to help y'all get things done. So if you're having problems with ToolForge and using it, find us and we'll try to help out. If you're having problems with a Cloud VPS project, find us and we'll try to help out. And tomorrow at 10 a.m., I know super early for local time, but tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll be giving a talk called What is Cloud Services and Why Should I Care? If you don't know anything about it, come check us out. Thanks.
Good morning. My name is James Hare. I also work at the Wikimedia Foundation, and my goal is to make it easier for you to do the thing you do, whatever that thing is. So if you are involved on the Wikimedia projects at all, I'm interested in hearing about what you do and how you get it done. My goal is to get an understanding of the different tools people use in their work and how I can better organize information around these tools, which is why I'm also happy to introduce you all to a new project called Tool Hub, which will organize all of these tools into one nice place you can look for them in. So if you're interested at all in this, even if you don't think you're interested, you might be, then please talk to me. I'll be around all weekend. Thank you.
So good morning, everyone. We are Birgit and
Fisch
from the Wikimedia Germany engineering group. So we have several things we want to pitch. First of all, we came here with a couple of task recommendations for both Wikidata and a feature called Revision Slider that is live since 1 year. And some of the tasks we would recommend are very friendly for newcomers, and some of them are a bit more epic or require a bit more knowledge. So for example, we have something, we are looking for finding biases and content gaps in Wikidata and nice visualizations of that. Or we are always interested in new Wikidata games and, yeah, as said, revision slider tickets, but there's more. And we are going to be at the project matching session and advertise it and have a nice poster so you can look at it.
Yes, so I just wanted to really encourage you to look at these tasks, because also like for really starting newcomers, we have really nice and tiny tasks that are still important and valuable, so you can just like come and grab one. Also, we will having a session on fixing the recommendation system tomorrow. It's at 12, so like getting the recommendation for tasks for newcomers or volunteers to pick on the right way, so that's really working well and people can start doing things there.
And that session is also together with Andre. Can you raise your hand? So Andre. Thanks.
Okay, that's it.
Hello, I'm Sandra. I also work for the foundation. I don't know if you all know this, but our fantastic media repository that we have in the Wikimedia ecosystem, Wikimedia Commons, is going through very big changes this year. It's going to be converted to structured data. I know that many people are really curious about that. Actually, we are here with quite a few people from the development team. Maybe you can raise your hand if you're part of the team. I haven't seen some of you yet. Well, we're here like 4 or 5 people. We will be sitting together at a table. You can join us. We also have a few sessions to talk about the changes that will happen, and so that we can brainstorm together how we can improve the existing commons tools, new opportunities that we see. I'm specifically here because I'm the glam lady. So if you're specifically interested in doing stuff with cultural institutions and commons, there are many collaborations happening, many new opportunities for tool building or adapting existing tools. There will also be a session about that, and we can talk. So find us.
Hi, I'm Trey, and I'm with the Wikimedia Foundation search team. And my personal theme for this weekend is tell me why your search sucks. So if you have trouble with search, anything, particularly if it's not in English, and particularly not if it's not Wikipedia, but anything at all that is a problem with search, I have a big sign, which right there, it's come tell me why your search sucks. It will just be around. Whoever's sitting near the sign wants you to tell them what your problems are, and we'll see if there's something we can do or help you search better.
Hello, I am Neslihan. Sorry, Nick, if you couldn't write my name, I will help you later. And I am from Wikimedia Commons Android application team. And probably as some of you know, we facilitate upload to Commons via app, and we discover nearby places that doesn't have photo Wikidata items. And when you upload, Wikidata item is also fixed. And this year in the hackathon, we plan to add some peer review option for photos uploaded by other people. And if I say show your hands from Wikipedia Android application, no one is going to show their hands because I am the only one. That's why I need your help. And I need some volunteers to use the app and record some video. If there is a video maker here, it will be great because we want to show our new features for the video. And thanks.
Hello, my name is Hay, that's H-A-Y. I am not a part of the Wikimedia Foundation. I created this logo, and I'm very glad that people actually got it hacked. So that's nice. For this hackathon, I'm mostly busy with doing front-end stuff, JavaScript and Wikidata, and I want to do something with virtual reality at this hackathon. So if you have any ideas on like what application you would like to see and what is like approachable in 2 days or 3 days, or if you have some knowledge about, let's say, three-dimensional mathematics, I could use your help because I'm very bad at that. But I like making stuff and I'm not that good at math. So that's me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lydia, the product manager for Wikidata. And I'm Leah, community communication project manager for Wikidata. And we're basically here to help you with all your questions related to Wikidata. We also have a bunch of projects that if you don't know what to do yet, you could work on, like figuring out content gaps on Wikidata, building some games with Wikidata, finding items that need to be merged on Wikidata, or adding sources, references automatically to Wikidata statements, and so on. If any of those sounds interesting, come to us and we can talk about it.
Yeah, we're also going to introduce the new feature in Wikidata, lexicographical data. We're going to have a session tomorrow at 12, I think. And we're also interested into testing with you the feature and the workflow and to see if it works for you. So feel free to come to me, and also I can redirect you to one of my colleagues who's working on this if you want to try this a bit in advance before the extension is actually officially deployed. The second thing is documentation. Yay! So just like last year, we're going to run a documentation corner. This year, we're going to have a room just for us called Sala de Documentation, something like this. And you can come to us if you want to dedicate some time during your weekend about technical documentation, user documentation. You will have some space. You will have some people to help. I think we're going to do some kind of kick-off at the beginning of the afternoon if you want to come. But of course, you don't have to spend your whole weekend there. It's just whenever you want, come and document with us. Thank you.
Hello, My name is Kim. I want to help people finding each other, and I want to help people helping each other. So 3 activities this weekend. One is very official. I'm coordinating this event hosts team. If you signed up, hi, it's me. I sent an email yesterday. There's a matrix room open for us to coordinate. Feel free to reach out. Second thing, semi-official. It's been a few months that we have been running a pilot for a Wikimedia developer support space. The idea is to make it the one and only place where any developer goes and asks questions. Nicely said, but difficult to get there. Probably I will schedule a session based on the interest. But if you're interested on this, reach out to me and let's talk. And the third thing, not official at all, if you are into the Fediverse, New Social, Mastodon, Hubzilla, Diaspora, all those things, good. At least one. Hey, let's talk. Whatever is the hashtag and whatever all the things recommended for the whole event, just that you know that I will try to just see that hashtag in all those areas, just because it's fun. Thank you.
Hi. So here's Yudo. I'm Antoine. And we are going to work on Lingua Libre. We just released yesterday the first beta version of Lingua Libre, which is a tool to record words in any languages, and then upload them on Commons and reuse them on dictionaries and Wikipedias. So if you're interested in languages, words, and so on, just come talk to us, especially if you have skills in design or user experience. We miss those skills, so just come talk to us. Thanks.
We are also looking for people connected to a native speaker in minor language. So if you have a good network with such people interested to record their language, please come to talk with us. Also, aside of this, I will be working on a project for on Chinese language and how to write Chinese characters. So this is another project. So you can also contact me for if you are interested with by Chinese language. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Amir. I work for Wikimedia Deutschland, but 50% of my time I work on the Wikidata team, and the other 50% is ORS team, which is a scoring platform. Today I want to work on, in this hackathon, I want to work on 3 things. First of all, if there is anything that is wrong or in ORS for different languages, if ORS is not supported in your languages, especially in order to fight vandalism, if you think you know servers that we don't cover in our code base, please come to talk to me, and we sit and see what's going on there. And second part is that I'm working on to rework a change tag table. If you're using change tag for any reason, please come to me and we will fix your application. And the third part is that I really like to enable 2-factor authentication for everyone. But it requires some changes in the code base, especially the extension. And I want to work on that. If anyone is want to help me, just come talk to me. Yeah, that's all.
Hi, I'm just mentioning a workshop that's happening at 4 today. Amir touched on the ORS service, and this is all about how to use the ORS service for your projects. It can do things. It's already a production service that you can connect to. It's quite simple, but you might want to show up for either an introduction or a refresher to the different scoring models we provide and how to use the data, how to interpret it. Just some of them. Off the bat, we can help you evaluate article quality at any point in history, current or the trends over time. We can help you predict whether a revision was damaging or made in good or bad faith. And as of last week, we can also help you connect a revision with wiki projects that might be interested in helping with this article.
even given just 1 or 2 sentences. So this workshop is happening at 4 p.m. It's in the same room as the mentor-mentee pairing session. So if you just linger after that, we can help you connect yourself with ORS. Thank you.
What is this Horus thing? Sounds interesting. Hi, everybody. I'm Dario. I'm with the Wikimedia's research team. And I want to give you 2 pitches. With a bunch of people hiding here in the room, we've been running for the past 2 years an initiative called Wikicite. And Wikicite is an initiative basically to try and make citations suck less in Wikimedia projects. The core of this is an idea to build a rich knowledge base of sources in Wikidata, and that requires a lot of tool development, data models, data ingestion, pipeline design, et cetera, et cetera. So that's something you're excited about. We have a dedicated room, and there's a bunch of people here in the audience who've been at Wikicite events. Wave if you've been there before. Okay, so come and find us. And I also want to flag, this is not just for engineers or software developers. There's a ton of interest for data models. So if you're a librarian, if you care about open scholarship, open science, do come and find us. Second pitch, my second hat is a member of the research team. We have a bunch of people here, Diego and Miriam particularly, are visiting the hackathon. So if you're interested in anything we're doing at a foundation involving research, machine learning, please do come and find us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Daniel, and I wear so many hats that I kind of have trouble juggling them all. Yeah, I'm here as chair of the technical committee, and recently I've been involved with planning the platform evolution a bit, and in more concrete terms, I've been working on multi-content revisions. And I would like to point out specifically 3 things that you may be interested in. One is if you want to know more about where we want to go with the platform, meaning MediaWiki core and everything associated with it, please come and attend the session as scheduled for Saturday, 6 p.m., I think, about platform architecture principles. The second thing is, if you are using data from the wikis in some form, so not just natural language text, but any kind of data, metadata, APIs, dumps, if you use the database directly on ToolForge, if you use a query service for Wikidata, and especially if you have any troubles with that and you think this is really horrible and it should be much better, please let me know, because APIs are going to be very important for the platform evolution. And if you want to know what this strange multi-content revision thing is and why you should care, please also come to me. I haven't set up a session for that yet, but I think I will, so keep an eye out for that. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Finn Nielsen, and I work with Scholia. We are a group of people that developed Scholia. It's a website that displays scientific information extracted from Wikidata. We are using a lot of Sparkle queries, picking them out of Wikidata and displaying them in various formats. So we'll be developing and extending it and looking on it during these days here. I think we are looking into, for example, design. How should the page look like? Perhaps a new logo. We haven't any logo. Some Sparkle development, JavaScript development, and D3 perhaps. So if you're interested in these things, come and join us. We'll be in the Wikisite room.
Hi, I'm Vera from the Netherlands. I'm working on getting more video embedded in Wikipedia articles. For this, I've been monitoring RSS feeds from YouTube because there's actually quite a lot of free licensed video on YouTube that needs to be transferred to Wikimedia Commons. If you're also interested in this, I'm very interested in finding people that are also willing to do this and aren't Dutch, because I'm working on a bot that categorizes these videos, because if you're monitoring videos being published by local news, it can escalate into being a lot of videos, and categorizing them can be tedious, and computers don't mind doing tedious, repetitive stuff. So I'm trying to add a GUI to my bot so that other people can more easily give it instructions for this categorization part. I'm trying to do that as a Symfony module. I'm not very experienced with that yet, so if you think you can help me with that, also it would also be helpful to contact me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nicole Eber. I'm working at Wikimedia Deutschland, and I'm the program manager for the movement strategy process. And this is also the topic that I want to talk to you about and actually listen to your ideas and thoughts around it. So Wikimedia wants to become the essential infrastructure in the ecosystem of free knowledge. This is what our new strategic direction says. But the big question now is, how do we actually get there? And this is not something that the strategy core team will just come up with, but we want to work together with different working groups on different topics or thematic areas to tackle these questions. And one of these working groups will be a group around technology, platform, product, engineering. We still need to come up with a name, and I'm happy to hear your ideas about it. And I want to talk about this working group and what the high-level questions are that this working group should be tackling, who should actually be in this working group, and how should this, or how can this working group work to develop recommendations for the needed change to work towards our strategic direction. And I have a session scheduled today at 7 in one of the rooms in the first column, I think. I don't know the name anymore, but you will see it on the agenda. And I will also try to host a table or a corner starting tomorrow where I want to discuss all these questions, and I will walk with a little Kanban board with small to-dos. So I've tried to break up all the tasks that are in front of, not all of them, a couple of tasks that are in front of us, and would like to hear your thoughts and support on this. And yeah, there will be candies as well, so maybe that helps. And otherwise, please talk to me about anything related to the movement strategy. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Carolyn. I'm a designer at the Foundation, and I'm going to be working with Daisy, who's raising her hand up there. We are looking for user feedback, so we have a variety of different short tests. They're about 15 minutes long or less. We'll give you a t-shirt or a cool button for your time. And if you don't have time during hackathon, we're also have a survey so that you can help us out later, and we'll also give you a cool button. So we'll be in the hackathon area. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Pau. I'm a designer working for the Wikimedia Foundation. And well, as you see, I'm not the only one here. During the hackathon, if you are working on a project that users are going to interact with, and you want your app to be easy to use, have a clean UI, and be aligned with our style guide to make it consistent with the platform, we'll have a help desk for design that can help you. And also, if you are generally interested in design, we are also happy to talk with you. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Marcus. I am of the MediaWiki stakeholders group, which is a group that helps MediaWiki maintainers that use MediaWiki outside of the foundation. And I want to announce we have an open meeting tomorrow at 2. So if you run a MediaWiki and you have any questions, you need any help, get there. And then second thing, I want to announce the most boring session of this hackathon. That is, you probably know that there's a new privacy protection law in the EU right now called the GDPR. I want to know how MediaWiki technically relates to the GDPR. I have some ideas, but not a solution, not something perfect. If anyone's interested as well, there will be a workshop tomorrow at 5 where I guess we should try and position MediaWiki and see what technical features might be missing to support the application of GDPR in MediaWiki. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Robert. I'm here for two things. First, I want to work on a composer-based extension repository that aims to ease the process of installing and updating extensions. And the second one is I want to work on the LDAP authentication stack of the MediaWiki stakeholders group and want to bring it close to release state. So yeah, if anybody is interested in those topics, please just contact me. I haven't scheduled any sessions yet, but yeah, we will see if anybody wants to meet up. Yeah, talk to me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm working on Timeless, which is a new skin that's kind of experimental. It's been deployed to Wikimedia. A lot of you are familiar with it, but basically, if you've run into problems with that in particular, I would love for you to show me these problems, or if you would like to help solve these problems, that is wonderful as well. I'm also trying to collect information on mobile problems that extensions are having, not just with Timeless, but with MediaWiki in general, because a lot of these things are problems across skins. So we need to, even if I can't help fix them, we can start compiling lists of these things, which means that then we can start addressing them maybe at core or whatever. Also, if you just have any problems with skins or you want to make your extension work better across skins, you can come to me for that, or you want to do anything with skinning, I can also help there. So yeah, I actually have a grant proposal in for funding for Timeless that we should find out if it's accepted probably tomorrow since we're in this time zone, so wish me luck, I guess. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Niharika. I work on the community tech team at the Wikimedia Foundation. This hackathon, I'm working on a ToolForge tool paired with a user script to do label detection and category suggestion for commons images. If you're interested or want to learn about it or have ideas, please find me at the hackathon area. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Olga, and I'm a product manager for the Readers Web team at the Wikimedia Foundation. And so, right, that name is increasingly misleading because we'll mostly be working over the next couple of days on thinking about how to add and enable some contribution and editing workflows for the mobile website. So we'll be running a couple of sessions, one today and one tomorrow. One will be more sort of like high level, and the other one will go more into detail, but we're also like welcome and open to other ideas or putting together a small project or something like that. So yeah, pretty excited.
Hello everyone, I'm Srishti. 3 quick things. First, if you are a newcomer to Wikimedia and need help in finding a project to work on at the hackathon, come and talk to me. I'm also doing a session around it at 2 p.m. today. Second, if you are interested in applying to an internship program with Wikimedia, I'm doing a session on it tomorrow. I'll tell you more about Google Summer of Code and Outreachy program. And third, if you are interested in setting up MediaWiki development environment, I have some USB drives with fresh copy of MediaWiki Vagrant ISO on them, so you can collect them from me. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Steven. I'm on the Readers Web team at the Wikimedia Foundation, and this is Monty. He's on the iOS team over at the Foundation. We'll be working on the Wikimedia page library. This is a JavaScript library that is used by the Wikimedia native apps for Android and iOS. If you have an interest in native development or JavaScript development, then come work with us. We'll be working on some open tasks, but we're also very open to mentoring. So come on by. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Antonin, and I'm part of the team behind OpenRefine. It's a software that can help you import data into Wikidata. So if you're interested in this sort of data imports, I'm interested to meet you, and maybe the tool can potentially help you. Sorry, it's not loud enough. So the tool can help you import data into Wikidata. And if not, I'm very interested in learning how I can improve the tool so that it fits your needs. So I've scheduled a session tomorrow at 2 p.m. in the Sala de Proyectos. And I'm also working on OABot, which is the tool that was mentioned earlier. So that's something that adds open access links in Wikipedia citations. And we're going to work on that in the WikiCite room.
Hi there, Birgit said I'm Andre, and I run a session on Fabricator later today, which is a task tracking tool to organize your projects, your work around projects. If you have any questions or comments or feedback about that, either come to the session or just grab me somewhere. And the other topic I'm also interested about is statistics, metrics on our technical community, like simple example, how many people commit to Garrett's code review or something per month. And we also have a website for this, and I also plan to have a session about that tomorrow. If you're interested, just catch me somewhere or come to the session. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Amir. I'll speak in 3 short parts. Part 1. How many of you can recite the Wikimedia motto by heart? Imagine a world in which, not a lot of you, imagine a world in which every human being can share in the sum of all knowledge. So if we count all human beings, most of them don't know English. So whatever code you develop here, please ask yourself, how well will this work in other languages, and how well will this work in other wikis? If you ask yourself and you're not sure what is the answer, please ask me. There's myself and several other people who are experts in internationalization. We'll be happy to help you. That's part 1. Part 2. How many of you use Telegram? Okay, how many of you use Telegram for anything other than the Wikimedia Hackathon channel? Imagine a world in which you can edit wikis straight from Telegram. That's what I'm working on. So if this sounds interesting, please come to me. Part 3, I have cookies.
Hi, I'm Christian. I'm from Italy. I'm a member of Wikimedia Italia, and I have 3 things to work on. I'm working on page view analytics with analytics team. I'm aggregating them so that they are easier to reuse. That's almost done. But if you're interested in the technologies that I'm using that are mainly Python and Spark, you can come and talk to me. The second thing is OABot. There is Antonin, which is the project leader. But I would like to work on a test, creating some tests for OABot. If you have experience with testing and creating test suites for Python, you're very welcome to help me. And the third thing, I am a Wikipedian mainly, but I have several Wikisourcian friends. So where are my Wikisource people? I want in Italy and in Catalan Wikisource and also in other communities, we do a contest for Wikisource for celebrating the Wikisource anniversary. There are a bunch of scripts that do everything. Basically, the content is about reading books. You just need to be able to read, and you can participate. But then somebody needs to count the votes, how many pages basically you have read, to decide who is the winner of the contest. What I want to do is transform this bunch of scripts that already work and make an interface so that in every community it's very easy also for non-technical people to set up their own Wikisource contest so that everybody can do their Wikisource anniversary contest in their language. So if you're interested in that, and for that I need people with front-end development knowledge or backend, please come and find me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lucas. I will mostly be working with Pintosh on OpenRefine, I think, but also at Wikimedia Germany, I work on quality constraints on Wikidata. So if you want to do anything with that, please talk to me. Or if you're interested in doing anything with queries on Wikidata with Sparkle, then also please find me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Igor. I come from the Basque Wikimedia community. I intend to work in the Wikispeech project, which is a project that aims to make the articles on Wikipedia listenable by means of text-to-speech technologies, which is quite advanced, and I will be working on that. And also sometime in the afternoon, there are other 4 people coming from the Basque Country, which intend to work in the ORES project and in machine translation tools for Wikipedia. So if anyone wants to come and help in any of those projects, feel free to join us. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sejal, and I work on enhancing the user experience on the Programs and Events dashboard. It's a website which facilitates organizing editathons and programs like that. It helps organizers keep track of the edits made on Wikipedia. The technical stack is Ruby on Rails, JavaScript, Redux, and we are looking forward for like having some newcomers add some new features and solve some already known bugs. I have my friend Medha here. She works on the same project, and we are looking forward to meeting you. Okay.
Good morning. I'm Joe Mattazzoni, product manager of the collaboration team, and we're kind of in the home stretch on a project about maps, for cartographer maps, and particularly map internationalization. So if you see me or any of the other collaboration team members, can you stand up quick just so people can see who you are? There's Roan, Stefan over there. Anyway, if you see us and you have some ideas on something you want to work on, we're happy to talk to you.
Good morning, I'm Željko. So imagine a world where you can edit Wikipedia by playing ukulele. So now that I have your attention, seriously. So I'll be working on Selenium stuff, so if you're interested in testing, please talk to me. So there's a session on Sunday morning, first thing, like 11 a.m. Just after introduction to test-driven development, there will be introduction to Selenium. And the rest of the hackathon, I'll be sitting on a table, it'll be labeled Selenium, and waiting for you to come and either write some tests or help you translate your Ruby Selenium test to JavaScript, or if you want to help me work on the Selenium framework, please. And see you there.
Hi, I'm Leah, and me and Moritz over there, we're interested in the topic of maintaining extensions and gadgets, and we feel like there seem to be quite a lot of lone wolves out there. If you're a person that is maintaining an extension or a gadget and you would really like to have another person doing this with you, or you're a person who would really like to have some long-term commitment in this great world of Wikimedia, then come and talk to us, because we're interested in discussing about this more.
Hello, I'm Daniel Michin. I'm a researcher. I have 3 topics. The first one is open access videos. The other one is Wikibase Federation. And the third one is disaster preparedness. In terms of open access videos, I had a bot that I stopped a few months ago because its workflows predate Wikidata, they predate WebM on Commons, they predate structured Commons, and basically the code needs to be updated to take into account all these changes. In terms of Wikibase, I'm working together with a number of other people who are interested in using Wikibase in research contexts for research databases. and I would be happy to talk about that. And in terms of disaster preparedness, Wikimedia projects are involved in covering disasters in many different ways. Usually we do this on a content end, but I would be interested in developing tools and workflows that make our disaster response more effective. So for instance, we could think of Sparkle queries that give us the number of people affected or living around the epicenter of an earthquake or things like that. And if you're interested in that, come talk to me. I'll be in the wiki side room.
Hello, I'm Benoit. I'm one of the community liaisons for the Wikimedia Foundation. We are several community liaisons or former community liaisons there. So if you want to reach out communities, have an expertise about how to communicate with communities, document what you do, translate what you do, yeah, please ask us. If you have also questions about, for instance, tech news, which is a great way to communicate with communities, please ask. And yeah, I'm also looking for projects that are, yeah, their goal is to welcome newcomers on the wikis and ease newcomers' first steps. We are several people interested by that on the wikis. So yeah, and several people attending here interested by that. So please ask me if you are working like that, about that. I would be very happy to discuss with you about, yeah, how to improve newcomers' first steps. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Volker. I'm leading user interface standardization on audiences design team at the Wikimedia Foundation, and I have two work focuses at the hackathon. One is to give you a summary of what happened at the design style guide and what you can use it for over the last year and in near future. And the second one is accessibility. Yesterday was Global Accessibility Awareness Day, and I will work with you. Come and approach me, ask your questions on how we can make your product work better for all of us in accessibility terms. Thank you.
Hi, so I'm John. I think it's really tempting at these hackathons just to sit down and code and hang out with people you know. So I'm really interested in connecting people, like doing interesting things. So please come and talk to me if there's something you want to talk, like meet someone new and do something with. That'd be cool to connect you. Yeah, I'm interested in anything like through progressive web apps, React. If you're doing anything with React, that'd be interesting to talk to you about that. And if you're frustrated with any like mobile workflows that don't work on mobile and you want to make them work, like come talk to me. Let's try and work out how that can happen. So, for example, if you want to revert edits and you can't do that, let's talk.
Hello, I am Thomas, TPT on the project. So I am mostly active on Wikisource, technical stuff. So if you want to work on Wikisource, I have plenty idea of projects. If you have a project on Wikisource, we'll be very happy to help you. I am also running after a very good experience on the French Wikisource at today a session about microdata. So how to embed structured data inside of wiki pages. It works quite well. And I also have a lot of good idea of projects around it. So for example, have a Sparkle endpoints that would extract such data from wiki pages and allow you to query them on the scope of whole wiki. So I think it could be great. So, and I'm also maintaining Wikidata toolkit. So if you want to, if you have feedbacks about it or want help, please ping me.
Test. Okay, I just want to test if this is still working, because yeah, Fish again. We will have a session about tests. It's going to be on Sunday, also pretty early, like 10 or something. So if you're like hacking cool stuff here, and at the end of the day it works and everything is fine, but you want to make it nice, and tests can help to make sure while making it nice, it still does what you want to do it. So if you're interested in tests and how to write them and how they work in the MediaWiki world, join our session on Sunday morning at 10, I think.
Hi, I'm Gabriel from Wikimedia Germany. And I guess most of you are not nerds who are sitting in the basement all day. So you have to interact with community members, team members, or just your friends. I guess you have friends, right? And so in those situations, conflicts can arise. And Lea and me will present a session tomorrow on with to give you more tools to look at those conflicts and try to understand them and maybe even resolve them. And during the hackathon, if you have some communication situation, also called conflict, that you would like to debug or get some input on, please come to me. I will listen to you and maybe give you some insight. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Raz. I'm also from Wikimedia Germany. And Tonina, right over there, say hi. And I are going to give a session about UI tests or automated UI tests. And it's going to be very, let's say even UI tests 101. So before you go deep dive into Node.js or Ruby or however you want to, you kind of need to understand how you want to structure this thing. It's going to be very kind of easy and getting you into the design patterns and how to properly set up your test environment so it'll be easier to read, write, and in the end also maintain. And that's it.
Hello, my name's Chris. I work for the Wikimedia Foundation. I'm also a member of the MediaWiki stakeholders group, but I'm not here to talk to you about any of that. I'm actually interested in making it easier to reuse and embed Wikimedia content in other places on the internet, particularly with the open source content management system called WordPress. So right now you got to copy a picture or a URL, and you have to do all the attribution yourself, make sure you get the copyright and the size and so on and so forth. I want to build a plugin that makes it where you punch in a URL and auto-generates some sort of preview or some sort of preview of the content right in the CMS, or anything related to that, just expanding what we do with our content outside of the MediaWiki owned wiki. So that's my idea. Come find me. I've got a session later this evening if you want to know more.
Hello everyone, I am Alex. I'm part of the newly named Site Reliability Engineering team, and what that team, along with our release engineering team and services team, is trying to do for the next 1.5 years is something that probably most of you, as far as front-end goes, you will not notice, is changing how the infrastructure is being set up. This is a new paradigm shift that we're trying to move forward with, and it's based around the Kubernetes tool and ecosystem. So if you're interested in that, if you're a backend service developer and you want to find out how in the future you will be able to write and run a service in our infrastructure that powers something, you're better than me to say that something what would be, please talk to me and to the release engineering, the SRE and the services team. We'll be very, very happy to help you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maxime from the Inventaire.io project. We are here with Vince, if you can raise your hand up there. So you can come to us to talk about the Inventaire project, which is a web application to help you do the list of your books using Wikidata data. And so to do that, we had to work with Wikidata API, Wikidata dumps, query service, so we have knowledge about all those things, so you can come to us to talk about that. We have also questions about data around books, so we will be all the time probably in the Wikidata, wiki site room, and so you can just talk to us about that. And also to do that, we had to develop a few tools in JavaScript, which are gathered around under the name of Wikidata.js, and which contain Wikidata SDK, Wikidata Edit, Wikidata command line interface, Wikidata filter. You can just come to us to talk about those. And also, I have 2 more projects that you can come to me about, which is the Hub, which uses Wikidata to redirect you from Wikimedia project to some other Wikimedia project and things like that. And also, I've been working on the Wikidata rank, which is trying to do sort of a page rank of Wikidata item with CC0 data and a web API. So you can also come to me to talk about that. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Vachagan. I'm from Wikimedia Armenia, but currently I study in Germany. And I don't have a project. I want to pitch myself. I'm a student in computational linguistics, and if anyone has a project that has to do with natural language processing, text, machine learning, information retrieval, please contact me. I will be glad to join you. especially if you have a long-time project, because I'm interested to spend a lot of time in one project. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dan Duval. I'm on the release engineering team at the Foundation, and this kind of piggybacks on what Alexandros was talking about with Kubernetes. Tyler Cipriani and I on release engineering are going to be hacking on a tool called Blubber, which is a small abstraction layer over Docker files. And it's going to help us safely get your changes out through the new deployment pipeline, through Kubernetes, but in a safe and sane manner. So yeah, if you're interested in that, or any underlying tools such as MediaWiki extension, dependency installation, or anything like that, we'd love to talk to you. Thanks.
Wow, that's a lot of projects. That's really great. Remember that Nick took notes, so you don't have to have the perfect memory to understand these things. You're 5 minutes or less away from your freedom. This is the last listening to do. So 2 things that I forgot to mention earlier. Just please, if you're hosting a session, keep it to 55 minutes to give people time to get ready for the next session or move to the next session. We have a Telegram channel. If you don't know what it is, find someone and they can help you get on it. And IRC is WM Hack. You can ask any technical questions or questions that you need help with in those places if you don't want to ask a person in person. If you have not registered yet, it will be happening at the hacking venue. You can do that there. And like I said, you can get your No Photos lanyard if you want one. This is the last time that we're all going to be together before the closing. At the closing, we have a hackathon showcase. The showcase is where people do very quick lightning talks about what they learned and did here. Prepare yourself for that. We want to hear from everybody, but we have a limited number of spots, so we're trying to just do projects that are completed. Nick is helping to organize that along with Seabrand and myself, so talk to us if you have questions about that. We also have a new thing this year. Adam Sherlin had the nice idea of if you're shy and you don't want to, or whatever reason you don't want to present in front of an audience, we will have people who can help present your project for you at the showcase if you want everyone to hear about it. That's great. Yeah, and I know I said this before, but I want to say it again. Please remember this event was organized for you by volunteers, so make sure to find those volunteers and thank them because it was a huge amount of work for them. Most of them are not here to hear your clapping because they're getting ready for you at the venue, which is where we are going now. So you have some time. We built into the schedule to hang out, talk to each other, meet each other, explore the hackathon venue. At 1 o'clock, we'll have an early lunch because that's early for here. The venue is about 10 minutes walking in this direction. It should be on your map. You can follow people. There's also buses. This is the end of the opening. Thank you for sitting through the formality of everything that we have to say. Thank you so much. We'll see you at the hacking venue.